What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So it's literally 2 days away from beginning May, so we gotta talk. All right, first and foremost, thank you and welcome to my video. I can't speak correctly right now, but that's okay. You guys are used to it. All right, so if this is your first time ever watching one of my videos, I highly recommend you go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like, or press that like button, because you're gonna want to see what's gonna go on with my finances. Okay, and let's get into it, because you guys know I don't like to waste no time. So I have some money here, some money that is actually left over from my cash stuffing that I did, I think maybe like 3 or 4 days ago. Yeah, so I already used some money from it. As you guys remember, I gave myself $100. I've used a total of $50 already, meaning I have here remaining 50. I'm gonna go ahead and take out these coins because you guys know I like to feed my pig, and that pig is called Gilbert. Shout out to the train station. It's super late at night too. All right, for my gas, I have to put some gas tomorrow morning. Definitely have to do that. Bought Tommy, which is my kitty, his food. Spent some money on myself, and I actually have $5 remaining. Have not done laundry yet. I have here a total of $20. I'm actually thinking about doing that tomorrow. I was, but then my sister kind of switched up on me because we're working out and we were supposed to work out today after work, but now that today after work turned into tomorrow morning, so that's gonna delay me going to do my laundry. Okay, anyway, back to the bank. I have here the money remaining from a combination of my groceries, combination of myself, and yeah, so we have here a total of, it's not that much, but it's something, you know. So you have $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, and that's gonna go to Gilbert as well. Okay, so let me close this up because I want to show you guys how May is gonna be looking like. A lot of moves are gonna happen, and I do have to tell you, I actually had to use some of my emergency fund money. I did. Something happened. I prefer not to disclose it, but yeah, we're going to try and build the back up again. So that's the dealio. Let me go ahead and put this into Gilbert. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, here he is in his glory. All right, I wish I could just like stick it in like this. Wait, can I? Could I do that? Oh yeah, okay, cool. There you go. I didn't want to do a dollar for dollar. Now I know I can just put it in there. I still don't know yet when I'm actually gonna go ahead and open this up, by the way. Okay, so he's thick. All right, let's get down to business. Today, actually, during my job, in my break time, okay, my break time, I actually sat at my desk and I decided to go ahead and literally pin down exactly how my money was going to be allocated for the beginning of May. All right, by the way, if you guys happen to see, you know, these stickers are available down below at the Sunsnroses shop. This is how I keep track of my expenses, so feel free to go ahead and grab them if you like. Let's get into it. April came and went. It really did. Like I said, today's actually the 28th of Monday. Okay, there you go. And I've done a lot of shopping. I have, but I've done a lot of paying down of my debts and stuff like that, so I'm happy about that. But as usual, you know, the month's starting, so I'm like, girl, you gotta get ready. So that's what I did during work today. By the way, Carol G's Netflix documentary is coming out May 8th. Be sure to go ahead and tune in because she's the best. Okay, so I printed myself some stickers, as you guys can see over here. I'm feeling a little, you know, with blue vibes and polka dots. So that's what I did. I put down my stickers from my Suns and Roses shop. So I put down Canva, my paydays, my T-Mobile, which actually went up. I'll talk to you guys about that in a little bit. Planet Fitness, Geico, which is my car insurance, Verizon, Light, natural gas, my rent, and my storage. So basically, these are the ongoing bills that I have from month to month, okay? So as you guys can see, I always put down all my stickers, obviously before, you know, the month begins, just because that's how I allocate my paychecks. Like I see like what I have to pay for before the actual paycheck comes in. So for this, you know, Canva, that's before my payday, this is going to be covered with the previous paycheck. And that's how I like to work it out. So as you can tell, from the 9th all the way to the 22nd, I have to cover 1, 2, and 3 bills. So I make sure that I write that out in my wonderful paycheck breakdown, which is right here. Okay. These paycheck breakdowns are just useful for me because it gives me a visual of where I want my money to go. These are available down below. You guys can go ahead and get them at the Suns and Roses shop over on PayHip. But yeah, you can print them out as many times as you want. And anyway, I set up my bills first because that's what I focus on with the money that I get paid. I then go ahead and allocate a specific amount for my cash wallet, which is my A7 little binder that you guys see here that I take everywhere with me. I then go ahead and I set an amount for my cash stuffing, okay? And that is my sinking funds binder that you guys have seen previously. I'm not going to take it out right now because it's like all the way down there. And for those funds, those are my sinking funds. So once I take out basically those 3 major things for my budgeting, I then go ahead and I decide how much money I want to put towards my debts. Okay, so I have set up kind of this way in the previous months that I want to put a lot towards my debts, but then, you know, life happens. And when life happens, you got to take care of that first. So I'm actually going ahead and I'm going to do my passport renewal. So I decided to, this time around, for the first paycheck of May, to go ahead and decrease the amount of money that I'm putting towards my student loans. Okay, I'm going to give the minimum that they require from me, which is actually $20 and some change. So as you can see over here, I put 21. And I saw that my passport renewal is between $130 to $165. Okay, so I put the minimum, which is $130. And I'm also thinking about transferring $100 towards my VIO Bank investing, you know, account. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. And then I am supposed to be left over with a buffer of $65, which is fine. That money will remain in my bank account. Okay. So that's the whole entire setup for the first paycheck. Now I go deeper into it because when that money comes, I want to know what is getting what, where is it going. Not only is this, you know, good for me, but I also have to know where these $180 are going within my cash wallet, along with the $560 for my cash stuffing. So it's not you just, you know, throwing out random numbers, but also seeing where these numbers are going to end up going towards. So that's what I do in the back of it. Okay. Listen, it just keeps me organized and keeps my head space in head on straight, basically. Okay. So let me zoom you in. And yes, I also plan for my second paycheck. It literally doesn't even take me that long. It takes me maybe, I've been doing this for close to maybe 5 to 4 years. So now it's kind of like muscle memory type that, all right, I know this is happening, and it takes me close to maybe like an hour, if not maybe 45 minutes to go ahead and break all of this down. So For my first cash stuffing of May, these are the amounts that I'll be putting away in my sinking funds, okay? And yes, I literally do it all until I get to zero. For my cash wallet, $180, and then all the way till zero. I also like to decide how much money I'm actually giving myself based on the prior month and how much money I actually gave myself. You know, I kind of like to give myself a break like in a month and not give myself any money, or pass on one paycheck and not giving myself money but giving all of my other categories money instead. So that's how I like to, you know, keep it balanced. All right, I also did my breakdown for paycheck number 2, which will be happening on 5/23. And over here, this is where the big, you know, bucks are literally coming out. Usually the second week for me is the heaviest money-wise because, you know, rent is due, the house bills are due. And the good thing about it is that I kind of set up the system for me to have the focus of these big bills towards the end and only have literally one other bill other than, you know, the main ones here. So the majority of the other ones, like my car insurance, gym, my cell phone, and let's say also Canva, right? These are getting hit with the first paycheck, and then the other ones, you know, with the second one. That way I'm kind of like always on top of what's coming out and what's, you know, coming in. So it comes literally very basic once you do it often. And like I said, you know, with practice comes, you know, it just comes easily to you. So over here, we have, you know, my rent, my house bills, Apple storage. I'm actually paying for the Canva Pro of June. As you can tell over here, I put June because I also like to look at the following month. I don't just stay in one month because I do know that things will be coming up, like, you know, the Canva Pro that I have to pay out of pocket. And I also set up the cash wallet, how much my cash stuffing is getting, and how much I'm putting towards my student loans. So as you can see over here with my second paycheck, I put in $50 that my student loans will be receiving. So literally every dollar has a purpose that's coming in for the month of May. And along with that, I also did over here, you know, where the money was actually going. And towards like maybe like 2 days before the paycheck comes in, I like to do my cash breakdowns, which I actually used up, and I need to print out some more because I used it all up, I think. Let me see. I think I just have one. Yeah. So I actually have a full page available of the cash breakdowns, and this is what I actually take to the bank teller. So 2 days prior, what I like to do is I like to obviously not put it here, but on a sticky note, like what denominations I need for what. 9 times out of 10, you know, maybe I'm able to get the denominations that I want, but then, you know, something happens sometimes and I have to just go to the ATM, which kind of stinks, but it's all right. I have to print that out. Thank you for reminding me. Well, reminding myself. Okay. All right, some big events that are actually going on for May is actually my mom's birthday lands on the 9th. We're possibly going to celebrate on the 10th, and Mother's Day is on the 11th. So that's a double whammy for me. My mom is turning a total of 63 years old on May 9th. It's going to be a very fun, nice weekend. Me and my sister, we were actually talking about what we were going to do. And yeah, we already have our ideas of how we're going to celebrate mommy's birthday, which is great. But with that, you know, comes money. Because believe it or not, money is going to hit every aspect of your life. So that is exactly why in my cash stuffing of my first paycheck, I decided to go ahead and put a little bit more money towards my birthday's sinking fund envelope. As you can see, it's going to be receiving $18, whereas Before, it would receive maybe like $5 here and there. Anyway, currently in my birthday's envelope, which I'll be taking money out from for my mom's birthday, I think I have close to maybe $200, and that is more than enough for a birthday, you know, present, along with a Mother's Day gift. Mother's Day's gift. But the Mother's Day's gift will be coming out of holidays. So that's that. All right, something that I also like to go ahead and already have set up for the month of May is my debt tracker. Here, I like to know how much money, you know, I have remaining left to pay, which is currently, at the time of this recording, for my student loans only. That's the only debt I have left, you guys. And that is $4,235, which is great. The original, you know, principal balance that I owed was $13,826. I like to have this here just like to have a constant visual of what I owed to what I now have remaining left to pay, which is great. I like to have over here the amounts that I've paid down so far. I know that May, I will not be putting as much money towards my student loans, but that's okay because for the past 4 months, I've been putting, you know, over $3,000 for my student loans, which is insane now that I think about it. So I'm happy about that. And yeah, over here I have, you know, my paychecks yearly, how much money I've been making from my job, my regular 9 to 5. And here, you know, a little bit of extra money that I have. Here is my end of the month closeout. I have not been able to go ahead and do this for the month of April, just because obviously we're not done with the actual, you know, month. It's somewhat empty-ish. But yeah, I'll be able to go ahead and fulfill that hopefully soon. For my freebies this month, I've had such a good month for freebies coming in for the month of April, which is great. I've had a total of $1,056.81. That's insane, because if I go ahead and I look back at the previous months, such as, what is this, March? Yeah. For March, oh wait, that's not it. Why do I have, okay, that's the quarter one. My bad. Let me go ahead and, did I come up with it? I can't even remember. Okay, no. Okay. So for the month of March, I made $88.87, which is great. I'm so happy about that, you know. But this month, that was insane. And that's mostly because I won some money, you know, over at the casino. I did my affirmations. And you guys can go ahead and check out my affirmations ebook. That will be linked down below. I love to do these whenever I go, you know, to places to do some gambling for fun, which is all good and great. But yeah, I'm super happy. I look back all the way to like the beginning of the year, and it's just crazy insane of, you know, how much money you've received, how much money that has left your account. I started just like looking through like all of my transactions and everything that I've spent money on, and it's just nice to see the progress, you know. I was looking at my sinking funds at the beginning of the year, and I think that I had maybe only like $1,000, if not even less, actually, because all of my envelopes, I believe, were at 0, if I'm not mistaken. But it's so good, you know, to see, you know, like back in January, I put $652 towards my debt of my student loans, and $100 there as well. And it just, it's good to see it firsthand, you know. Nobody's going to be looking at your planner but you, 99% of the time, because I know, you know, you know, there are some instances where people like me, you know, you record your expenses and stuff like that, and obviously everybody in the world gets to see that, so it's not that personal. But you choose to share it with the world, which is what I chose to go ahead and do, just to keep myself accountable of where my money is going. So yeah, here you go. 8 Advantage again, 534, then $10.60. And then $100 here as well. My goodness, that was a good month to pay down some debt. Have I been crooked this entire time? My bad. But yeah, it's nice to see. It's nice to see the progress. It's also nice to see that I called out. That's not too nice, but you know, I still got paid that day, so it's all good. But yeah, I could tell over here that was the last time that I had pet insurance for Tommy, because it was just getting way too costly for me, and I was trying to cut down, you know, expenses like that. So, you know, it's a good thing. The world needs what you have to offer. I love that. I really do. Anyway, I have to get back to work on my digital planner for 2026. I know. If you guys saw it, you guys would literally be like, girl, what did you come up with? It's so good. I don't want to overhype it up, but oh my goodness, I've spent hours on hours in this digital planner that hopefully I will be able to bring to life into the physical form. Fingers crossed. But yeah, it's got everything that I want, and I gotta get back to working on it. It's been now maybe like 2 months already. I think maybe like 2 months that I've been working. I'm not nearly done with it at all. I know one of you guys actually reached out via DM on Instagram. Be sure to go ahead and follow me there at sunsnroses1. You guys reached out to me asking me if I had any more digital planners or digital stickers, because, you know, I was very, very into doing that, but I took it all out because I want to put out product that's up to my standards, you know? So I went ahead and I, you know, told that customer that I will be going ahead and creating and dropping in 2026 a digital planner, which I'm super hyped about. Anyway, I don't want to go ahead and chew your ears off anymore. I hope that you guys have a lovely day whenever you guys watch this. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for all your comments on my videos. I see them all. Believe me, I do. And yeah, that's that. I'll see you guys on my next one. Have a lovely day whenever you watch this. And if you made it all the way to the end, go ahead and comment down below a red heart. Would mean the world to me if you did that. And that's it. All right, I love you guys. Have a good one. Bye.